Hey, also, I am going to show you how to shred up a sweater. This was inspired by Effy from Skins in the episode where they go camping. Um, I'm such a dork, but she's wearing this like long black sweater that's all shredded up and like got holes in it. So there's some things you're gonna need. Now, I don't even know what this is. This is some kind of nail thing, right? But you can use a seam ripper. You need something small to get down into in between the stitches of the sweater. And then scissors. And you need a sweater. Now, this sweater started out its life as a turtleneck that my mom got at the Gap in the late 90s. So I cut the turtleneck off. I cut the bands at the bottoms of the sleeves off. And I cut the band that was around the bottom off. And it is a larger size than I normally wear, which I think is the preferred look for this kind of style, that it be a little baggy. So this is just like a off-white sweater. You'll notice that here, like where I cut the sleeves, I kept the seams semi-intact so that when you wash this, the whole sleeve doesn't go shredded down. And the same with the bottom. If you can see here, there's like a little bit of the seam left from that band, but there's none at the top because it doesn't really matter if that shreds. And I cut it, if you can see, into kind of like a boat neck. So, how you shred this up. I hope you guys like this. Mwah. Okay, so here is the progress of the sweater so far. This is the front, and you can see there's a whole lot of rips there. On the back, there's just a few. There's one on the sleeve, a couple on the sleeves. So let me break it down into some easy steps and show you how to do this. So, using that pointy object that I talked to you about, you're going to go in. Okay, with sweaters, some of the knitting is horizontal and some of it is vertical. The ones you want to cut are the vertical ones. Now let me see where I want this placement. I think up here. So you're going to find a vertical seam that you want to cut. You see how this is a vertical one? Make sure you kind of pull that out. Take your scissors and cut. Now you have two ends, and it's important that you remember where these ends are, because the next thing that you're going to do is decide how big you want the hole to be. So you're going to take one end and just unravel it. Pull it. It's like you're unknitting it. Unknitting, that's not a word. Now see, you're going to pull it so that hole gets bigger. I'm going to do a fairly large size hole. So I'm going to unravel it quite a bit. Take this, slip it out from the seam that it's under. See how that hole's getting bigger? And I'm going to do about 2 more of these. The next step is to take the 2 loose ends and tie them. Don't tie them so tight that like it closes up the hole. Just tie them towards the end. Double knot, of course. Okay, so you have that double knotted. And what you're going to do is trim these extra ends off. And now is the fun part when you start tearing. You can decide which if you want to start at the top or the bottom. I want this to go almost all the way to the top, so I'm going to start at the top. Just go inside the sweater. I prefer it like this, to go inside. And you start ripping up the seams. You pull, and you see how it's unraveled now? And you keep pulling until it's the length you want. You can make it kind of shorter at the end by manipulating how much you want to unravel a sweater. So now I'm starting at the bottom. Unravel. 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 Keep pulling it. See this action up close. See, I'm sticking my finger through the hole. That's what she said. And then it unravels more. So you continue that until the rip is the length that you want it to be. So there is that tear. I'm going to show you the process one more time. And I'm going to do it on a sleeve. I don't unravel the sleeves a whole bunch because it can look kind of strange. Pull this out. But I do, you know, like some skinny tears. cut. This one's going to be skinny, so I'm not going to unknit the two ends very much. I'm going to do about this much. And again. Double knot. So you've got that double knot. And again, you're going to trim the ends. And start from whichever side you want. By the way, it's easier if you go underneath the sweater to start pulling, because if you go on top, it doesn't unravel as much. I always go underneath. So here we go. So you can see the action. Pull from underneath, separate into two holes, pull from underneath, pull from underneath, pull from underneath. See how that looks? I'm starting on the other side here. And here is that completed rip. See, it doesn't have to be perfect. That's the point. Couple tips. If you make your hole really big, like say this one, you'll see that the threads are kind of wrinkly, but that's easy to fix with an iron. Pull it open like that and iron that. Think about how many rips you want there to be. Do you want it to be subtle? Do you want it to be really noticeable? Do you want to start unraveling the bottom? That's something you can do. Where are you going to get a sweater that can do this? As I said, Goodwill is a great place. But another good place is your mom and dad's closet. Raid their closets for old sweaters that they don't wear that would be too big on you, and you can use those to make one of these. And that's basically it. I know it sounds a little tricky, but once you get the hang of it, you'll keep going and going and going. It kind of becomes an addiction. It's kind of therapeutic. Bye-bye. Hi guys, so this is the finished product on the shredded sweater. It kind of goes off the shoulder. You can wear something under it. It's cropped a little, which I like, and oversized. Here's the back. The sleeves. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I really dig it, and I'm gonna dig wearing it. So, thanks for watching. Mwah.